Hello, everybody, and welcome back once again. Another edition of Inside the Headset, and it's a special edition as we go to the 1A bracket of the playoffs in the state of Tennessee. And I've got on the phone with me the head coach of the Moore County Raiders, head coach Jason Dobbs. How you doing, Coach Dobbs?
Doing, Stork. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. Well, congratulations on your second year at Moore County. Ended up 7-3. Talk a little bit about how you got here. And I'm sorry that I've not been as precise as I would, but a new job has kind of hindered me in doing what I enjoy. But that's all right. Talk to us a little bit about this 2017 Moore County Raider team.
Did you say new job, Stork?
Huh?
I know better than that.
What now?
Did you say new job?
Yeah, I started a new job in June.
Nice. No, we've had a good year. It's been a pleasure. You know, we got great kids, great coaches, and they bought into everything that I was preaching, and we've done exceptionally well this year. You know, coming from 3-7 to 7-3, finishing second in the region, actually getting to host a home playoff game. We're by no means over. I hope I've preached to them at this start of the third season, and we'll see where it goes from there.
7-3, and you're going to face Collinwood. Talk to me a little bit about Collinwood and what they got going on over there. They are 6-4, so 7-3 going against the 6-4, but they're the third seed, and you are the second seed in this bracket.
That's correct. Collinwood's got a good football program. They've, year in and year out, they've been competitive. They've been in the playoffs. They know what it's all about. Coach Hannah over there does a good job with them. They got some size, some speed, and that's what it takes to win football games. They've a little misfortune last week. They played Wayne County for the second or third seed in that region, and Coach Hannah said they've lost their quarterback for the year, and we hate that. We'd like to face their best Friday night and see where the cards fall.
Well, and now how many seniors did you end up with that you started, but how many seniors do you have on the team? And give the people a little bit about the size, because this is 1A football.
Yeah, we've got 8 seniors on our football team. I've got probably 47 kids on the team, so they've done a really good job of leading this year. Coy Cashin has had a phenomenal year. He's rushed for well over 1,000 yards, leads the team in tackles on defense. He's a great kid, does everything I ask from him. Him, Nate Love, Matthew Schuler are 3 skill guys that are seniors, and we got some linemen, Blaine Cashin and Jeff Smith and Hunter Solomon anchoring the line up there, and we're just excited to keep the season going and see how many we can reel off here.
Well, you got a great game, and that'll be at 7 o'clock over at your place. And I did see the post on Facebook, and wow, the end zone looks terrific, Coach.
Well, I appreciate it. They've been trying to get me to do it for years. It's kind of tradition. When I was at Trousdale County, when we got to the playoffs, we checkerboarded the end zone, and that was kind of our motto. And our guys here kept begging me to do it. And I said, I tell you what, fellas, I said, we get a home playoff game, it's done. And it's a lot of work, and all the coaches and players, we all jumped in there. In about 3 nights, we got it knocked out, and we're sitting on ready down here, so it should be a live crowd. Should be a good night's football.
Let's do one thing before we close, and I'll give you an opportunity to thank all those people kind of back behind the scenes. I was over at Coach, talking to Coach Creasy, and they're getting some hoodies in and stuff, and he was trying to pay the hoodie bill, and there's just a lot of people, you don't spend a whole lot of time really coaching as much as you do trying to take care of a lot of different other aspects as far as trying to keep the team together and moving forward to get into play at 7 o'clock on a Friday night.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that people don't realize as far as the cost and the aspect of the game. We got probably over $1,000 in checkerboarding those end zones, and probably 7 to 8 man hours, and that's multiple men. I got all my assistants jumped in there, had some players stay over late after practice Monday night, Tuesday night, and we were able to knock it out. There's just a lot that goes into high school football outside of the X's and O's that people don't really realize, and that's what makes it special.
Absolutely, and you just mentioned it, and that bonding time, those kids that kind of stayed around and did that and got paint on their hands and went home a little bit late, but just not really talking about football, but like you said, pitching in and completing a project from start to finish and wanting to see it through and see it done. Those are the things that you remember, aren't they, Coach?
Absolutely, and it makes it personal to them. Like we talked about today, defending the checkerboard and not letting them in it, and they kind of take ownership in that. And that's at the end of the day, when your kids stand up, and they take ownership in what you're doing, and they believe in what you're doing, and they know you got their back. That's when good things happen.
Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in that Moore County, Lynchburg area, slide on over at 7 o'clock to Moore County Stadium and watch Jason Dobbs and the Raiders take on Collinwood. Y'all be there 7 o'clock.